You should also avoid parking over dry grass because heat from the vehicle can ignite the dry grass underneath. People in Saline are being asked to limit outdoor watering for the next couple of weeks. That's to ease the stress on the water system during this dry spell. And a post by the Allen Park Fire Department is urging people to be extremely cautious with cigarette butts, barbecues, and other sources of outdoor fire ignition. Former Vice President Mike Pence officially launched his presidential campaign in Iowa, making him the first VP in modern history to take on his former running mate. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie officially entered the race on Tuesday and kicked off his campaign by attacking Donald Trump. While other Republicans competing for the White House have mostly avoided mentioning the former president, Christie said Trump's name more than 40 times last night during a town hall in New Hampshire.
Person I am talking about, who is obsessed with the mirror, who never admits a mistake, who never admits a fault, and who always finds someone else and something else to blame for whatever goes wrong, but finds every reason to take credit for anything that goes right, is Donald Trump.
Trump responded on social media saying his speech was hard to watch and, quote, boring. The former president also called Christie a failed governor. Recent data shows Christie has not exceeded more than 3% in a single primary poll this year. We are following a big announcement from the North American International Auto Show. It's expected to be even bigger this year. And this is a live look over Huntington Place, where organizers say fans can expect twice as many car brands to participate. Ford, General Motors, and Stellantis have all committed to this year's show, and organizers say there will be more brands and new experiences. We'll see multiple debuts of vehicles as well as more street course rides and drives. The fun kicks off September 13th with Media Day, and then the charity preview is on Friday, September 15th. The show opening to the public from September 16th to the 24th, and you can read all about the plans that are underway on our webpage, WXYZ.com. Still ahead on 7 Action News at noon, a heartbreaking attack at a high school graduation. A father and son killed in a mass shooting. We are hearing from the superintendent of that school district in Virginia. Also, a mysterious illness related to marijuana. It's becoming more common. And coming up at 12:30, the rare condition causing people to become seriously ill. And next at noon, new information on the recall of a popular baby pillow. The reason there's a new warning about a previous scare. Plus, the fallout from the PGA merger shocking golfers around the world. Stay with us. You're watching 7 Action News at noon. Okay, we have an important update to share with you on a recall of a popular baby pillow. Federal officials are warning parents to stop using Boppy newborn loungers, which have been linked to 10 infant deaths. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says this product is still being sold on Facebook Marketplace. The pillows were recalled 2 years ago and are no longer legally for sale due to their suffocation risk. Federal regulators wrote a letter to CEO Mark Zuckerberg asking Facebook to take the items down, but beware of the Boppy infant pillow. Chrysler is recalling nearly 90,000 newer model Jeep Grand Cherokees and Grand Cherokee LS vehicles. Safety experts say an issue with the steering wheel shaft could cause a driver to lose control of the vehicle, increasing the risk of a crash. Affected owners will receive a letter in the mail next month. Dealers are expected to fix the problem for free. We have the latest now on the fallout from the controversial merger shaking up the world of golf. LIV Golf, funded by Saudi Arabia, is combining forces with the PGA Tour. It means the Saudi government will now have a major stake in a major American sport. Today, families of the 9/11 attack victims, they are among those speaking out. ABC's Lionel Moyes has the latest.
This morning, fierce reaction after the PGA Tour's announcement that it's merging with its Saudi-funded rival, LIV Golf.
We just realized that we were better off together than we were fighting or apart.
It's an about-face after a years-long rivalry. LIV has paid top dollar to poach some of the biggest names from the PGA, including Dustin Johnson and Phil Mickelson. Players faced backlash for joining a tour backed by a country linked to a history of human rights abuses, including the murder of Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi.
I don't condone human rights violations at all. I'm certainly aware of what has happened with Jamal Khashoggi, and I think it's terrible.
Golfer Rory McIlroy reportedly turned down a $300 million offer, and Tiger Woods a $700 million offer to play for LIV in the past. Golfers say yesterday's merger announcement came out of the blue. Not everyone took issue.
I've dedicated my entire life to being at golf's highest level. I'm not about to stop playing golf because the entity that I play for has joined forces with the Saudi government.
But a group representing families of the 9/11 attack victims say it's shocked and offended and accuses the PGA and Commissioner Monahan of hypocrisy, saying it appears their concern for our loved ones was merely window dressing in their quest for money. Just last year, Commissioner Monahan had these words for players who signed up with LIV.
I think you'd have to be living under a rock to not know that there are significant implications. As it relates to the families of 9/11, my heart goes out to them.
The combined league is so new it does not have a name yet. As for Saudi Arabia, it's also luring talent from the soccer world, most recently superstar Cristiano Ronaldo. Lionel Moyes, ABC News, New York.
Well, CNN's embattled leader is out. Coming up, Chris Licht stepping down following several controversies involving his leadership at the network. Plus, Hallie, she is up next, looking at the first chance for rain in 18 days. How soon we may see some relief for our dried up lawns. And back on the field, Damar Hamlin of the Buffalo Bills amazing everyone with his big comeback. Stay with us. Now to that deadly mass shooting in Richmond, Virginia. A 19-year-old man accused of opening fire outside a high school graduation appeared in court today, and he is now facing murder charges. An 18-year-old student, Sean Jackson, and his father, Renzo Smith, were killed, and at least 5 others were injured when a gunman opened fire at a theater in downtown Richmond. That's where students, family, and staff were gathered to celebrate Hajnat High School graduates. Jackson's younger sister was also hit by a fleeing car and is recovering. The superintendent, emotional while still wearing the robe from the ceremony.
Tired of seeing people get shot, our kids get shot, and I beg of the entire community to stop.
Police believe this was a targeted attack. A 19-year-old suspect is now in custody, set to be charged with second-degree murder. CNN chairman and CEO Chris Licht is stepping down from the job. Warner Brothers made the announcement about the controversial leader. In his 13-month tenure, Licht faced several problems, one involving the firing of Don Lemon, also backlash over decisions regarding the town hall event with former President Donald Trump, and recently Licht was blasted in an article by Atlantic Monthly. Warner Brothers Discovery is now holding an active search for a replacement for Chris Licht. All right, time now for a check on your Wednesday forecast. We are taking a live look over Detroit, and you can just see really that haze is rather thick. And Hallie Vogel, you've been reporting we've got some poor air quality that we're dealing with. That is an alert is in effect till tomorrow. Is that correct?
Right, today and tomorrow so far. So we'll let you know, of course, if it's extended into Friday. We're hoping for better conditions this weekend as things kind of mix out. But the air quality alert issued for, we've been talking about it for days now. Of course, the smoke carried over from the wildfires in Quebec and Ontario, so Canadian wildfires. Our temperatures with the haze kind of held down into the 70s, so a little bit below average today. And as we track some weekend rain, Much needed rain for us. It has been, yes, 18 days since we've had any measurable rainfall here in Metro Detroit. 50 our low this morning, 58 is an average low. You felt the chill out there, still feeling a little cool. 78 is now an average high, and 95 is the record back in 2011. We're at 69 degrees in Howell, 70 in Ann Arbor, also Mount Clemens, 71 degrees in Detroit. And while the map shows full sunshine, we know what the scenario is. It's that haze that we're dealing with, and you can see, of course, on the map here, the clouds well down to our south following the cold front. We have an upper level low that'll try to spin through, and this will actually even bring more smoke to the surface likely as it moves through. So that's when we say the alert is for unhealthy, sensitive groups, but unfortunately, it looks like those higher concentrations could be coming and going on an hourly basis for all of us here as we go through the day. 70 in Chicago, the warmer air kind of situated back to our west, Omaha, Kansas City in the low 80s. But that cool weather stretching behind that cold front. Temperatures in the low 70s for a lot of us, maybe creeping up into the mid 70s, but dry. We're not looking at any rain chances here in the near future. We look at our hour by hour forecast. Weak high pressure, the influence here on our weather map. And it looks like tomorrow we may see just a general increase in clouds as we go into the afternoon. Lose a little bit of that for Friday, only to gain it back for the weekend. Now the clouds that come with the weekend will at least bring the chance for some rain. This is early Sunday morning. This particular forecast model is really holding off on the rain until we get into early Sunday. And then the chances increase throughout the day on Sunday, especially when we get toward the late afternoon and evening, carry us into Monday. This is still days away. We have to work on the timing, but at least it looks more promising to bring some relief from the very dry conditions. Temperatures will stay cool near the water. Temperatures in the 60s for highs, Port Sanilac, Port Huron, and you can see a lot of those low 70s. So even from this morning, forecast models are beginning to promote a little cooler air for the afternoon. So I think a lot of us around 72 to 74 degrees. Very similar, little change tomorrow, near 80 for Friday, and then Saturday does look warmer. We'll be in the low 80s with that rain chance increasing toward the end of the weekend.
Hallie, thank you. Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin is taking a big step forward, returning to the NFL field. He participated in practice, marking another major milestone in his recovery. Nearly 6 months ago, Hamlin suffered cardiac arrest during a game. He was spotted yesterday wearing a helmet and taking part in team drills for the first time since having a near-death experience on the field. Doctors have described his recovery as, quote, remarkable. The Bills say the next move for Hamlin will be putting on pads and tackling during training camp. Caring people are teaming up to clean up Pontiac. The one group planning to spend several days improving the streets, and how you can pitch in to help. All new tonight on 7 Action News at 5, continuing our coverage on the air quality alert in Metro Detroit as we still deal with the smoke from Canadian wildfires. Dr. Nandy will explain the serious impact on those with upper respiratory health issues and what you can do about it. Cleaning up the city of Pontiac, that's the mission Grace Centers of Hope has, and they really need your help to do it. Starting today, the nonprofit will spend the next 4 days doing landscape work and picking up trash from Pontiac streets. The program, known as Picking Up Pontiac, first launched last year.
Our volunteers are our heroes. We believe the way back for America is people helping people, and that's what's happening here.
Now, if you're interested in signing up to help, visit the Grace Centers for Hope website. Right now, MGM Grand is hosting a career fair. It runs until 3 p.m. at the casino's staffing center on 3rd Street in downtown Detroit. Both full-time and part-time positions are available. Managers will be interviewing for security, cashiers, and food and beverage roles. Some people could be offered jobs on the spot. If you go, dress for success and be prepared with your updated resume in hand. And we have a lot more ahead for you in our next half hour, including an investigation into a mysterious illness linked to cannabis. Also, a deadly history behind the wheel. The 7 investigators revealing a second deadly accident linked to a DDOT bus driver.
This was a human life that was lost once, and now we're faced with this again. It's unacceptable.
What went wrong and how city leaders are responding to our 7 investigator Ross Jones. Plus, Taylor Swift selling out more than Ford Field, the Swiftie takeover that's making it hard to find a hotel.
You're watching 7 Action News at noon.
Welcome back. Cases are on the rise of a mysterious, rare condition that makes people severely ill, and it's linked to cannabis. Most people don't think of cannabis as something that could make you violently ill, but some people are developing a condition after consuming high concentrations of cannabinoids over a long period of time. And this rare illness is being reported far more often with the legalization of marijuana and higher potency and greater variety of cannabis products, from vaping to edibles. ABC's Juju Chang investigates.
When Erica Hagler was 33, the otherwise healthy artist was struck down with a severe mystery illness.
Felt like I was going to die. Shakes, elevated heart rate, completely dehydrated, and the vomiting was back to back to back.
Erica was in the hospital for 2 weeks with no diagnosis. She says her doctors assumed she was suffering from a neurological or psychological disorder.
They tested me for everything else underneath the sun. I actually had the doctor walk into my room and say, "We're sending you home because we can't find anything wrong with you."
Soon after, Erica, who says she was using cannabis multiple times a day, learned about CHS, cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome, which affects people who use high doses of marijuana daily over an extended period of time.
How did you get the diagnosis?
I diagnosed myself. Then I went back to my doctor and I said, "This is what I think I have." And then he said, "Oh, you know what? That sounds right. I've heard of this."
CHS is a rare condition that causes bouts of vomiting and abdominal pain. One Canadian study found that CHS-related ER visits there increased 13-fold from 2014 to 2021.
One challenge we have is that patients sometimes believe that their use of marijuana is helping them. We know that in patients with cancer, marijuana actually reduces nausea and vomiting. So for many patients, understanding that for them, this is a poison is a tough pill to swallow.
Because of that misperception and the lack of tests for diagnosis, Dr. Sam Torbati says that CHS is often overlooked or misdiagnosed.
We give patients IVs to hydrate them. We do basic testing just to make sure their kidneys aren't failing, that their electrolytes are not very disturbed. But really, to cure them of this condition, they need to stop smoking.
Erica, now 5 years cannabis-free, started a CHS recovery Facebook group to help others.
And they get lots and lots of support.
The group now has more than 20,000 members.
I don't want anyone to go through what I went through. If I can stop anyone to maybe consider moderating or just being careful or even knowing that this exists so that they can help themselves, that's really the ultimate goal.
And that was ABC's Juju Chang reporting. And she also tells us experts believe CHS is caused by overstimulated receptors in the body. These can combine with cannabinoids that can then trigger a poisonous reaction in some people. It's been reported that scalding hot showers or heating pads may temporarily relieve symptoms, but stopping marijuana use is the most successful way to manage the condition. So if you believe you're suffering from CHS, make sure to see your doctor. And our top story in this half hour, a DDOT bus driver already responsible for one deadly pedestrian accident was given the chance to get back behind the wheel. The 7 investigators first reported on Friday that the same driver was just involved in her second deadly accident. And this is video of the first one that happened back in 2015. 7 investigator, we're taking a look at what city leaders are now saying.
This was a human life that was lost once, and now we're faced with this again. It's unacceptable.
The Friday bus accident downtown ending a woman's life was a tragedy. But for the driver behind the wheel, it was not the first. As we reported last week, the DDOT veteran who ran over 67-year-old Janice Bauer on Friday had run over and killed another pedestrian years before. We told you about the death of Joey Davis back in 2017. That's him wearing the Michigan sweater, waiting to get off the DDOT bus near 8 Mile and Van Dyke. Davis can be seen retrieving his bicycle from the rack at the front of the bus. The driver appears to be looking up at her rearview mirror. She didn't notice Davis was right in front of her when she started driving forward.
The driver just took off. Horrible accident, no excuse. And one of our customers suffered a fatality.
Dan Dirks was director of DDOT when Joey Davis was killed. He said the bus driver responsible was taken off the road for a year before being returned to full duty in 2017.
Went through extensive retraining. And again, the last report I heard, which was a couple of days ago, that she's doing fine.
The right thing would have been to remove her from the road and never allow her to get back behind a wheel to allow something like this to happen.
James Harrington is an attorney whose firm sued the city over the 2015 death, settling the case for $4.5 million.
This is an event that never should happen under any circumstances. It's broad daylight. She ran over not one, but two members of our community and killed them. How is this tolerated?
The bus driver was taken off the road Friday, while an investigation into the fatal accident is ongoing. In a statement, mayoral spokesman John Roach said, in part, that a review is already ongoing to determine whether the city has the proper internal and labor relations processes in place to prevent accidents involving the city's bus operators. Earlier today, I spoke by phone with the daughter of Joey Davis, killed by the same driver 8 years ago.
I feel like the people that let her back were very negligent in their job and their retraining. I feel like if they had properly done their jobs, another woman wouldn't have lost her life.
And to the family of Janice Bauer, preparing today for her funeral, Rachel wanted to say this.
We share in a grief that is just unimaginable, and I'm deeply sorry to them, and I'm angry that it happened.
Reached by phone, a spokesman for the city of Detroit declined comment as the investigation is ongoing. In the newsroom, I'm Ross Jones, 7 Action News.
Okay, Ross, thank you for that update there. We are checking out Ford Field today, a live look at the stadium that will be rocking this weekend, all thanks to Taylor Swift. But that concert is not the only big event happening in the D this weekend. Just one weekend after the Detroit Grand Prix, thousands of people will pack the downtown area to see Taylor Swift and to catch the Tigers taking on the Diamondbacks and to enjoy Motor City Pride. So if you're hoping to get a room downtown, well, you need to move rather quickly.
The hotels are filling up fast. We do have 45,000 great hotels around the entire Oakland, Macomb, and Wayne County, but only about 5,000 downtown.
And if you haven't gotten a room yet, be ready to pay up. A one-night stay at the Marriott in the RenCen, for example, that's going for $600 a night. Pretty steep. We have everything you need to know about all these shows happening on the weekend, including where to park and what you can and can't bring to Ford Field, and all the basics that you need to know before you head out. So just go to our website, WXYZ.com. Home buyers looking for a unique space are getting their first chance to buy into a one-of-a-kind neighborhood. Registration opens today to buy one of 6 futuristic homes in the suburbs of Austin, Texas. The company Icon is behind the country's first 3D printed community. Icon says these homes require less maintenance, and the use of lavacrete and solar panels will reduce heating and cooling costs. The company also says the inch-thick layers of cement-based technology are generating a lot of buzz.
We've seen first-time home buyers, we've seen move-up families, we've seen empty nesters and retirees. We've priced these homes to be on par with the current market for traditionally built homes.
Prices start at $475,000 and go up into the high 500,000s, but that's a look at the future right there. And you do have a chance to hear great music this weekend while raising money for a good cause. And coming up, the rent party at Meadowbrook Hall. We're going to look at the mission to help people in need and the music you'll hear this weekend at Meadowbrook Hall. And then Hallie, she's going to take a look at what you can expect in your 7-day forecast. So stick with us. You're watching 7 Action News. Well, get ready for one big rent party filled with live music. Lighthouse is throwing the bash Sunday at Meadowbrook Hall. The goal is to raise money to help people in need. Ryan Hertz with us now, the CEO of Lighthouse in Oakland County. Ryan, thank you so much for being here. Let's kick things off talking about what Lighthouse is for folks out there that don't know and what the mission is all about.
For sure. Well, thanks for having me. So Lighthouse, Michigan was formed as a result of a merger between South Oakland Shelter and Lighthouse of Oakland County in 2019. Our mission is building equitable communities to alleviate poverty. We work across Oakland County and in surrounding areas to respond to emergency basic needs crises. So emergency food, emergency shelter, eviction prevention, utility assistance, and other resources. And then we work with these households to help them achieve a greater degree of stability longer term. So we have a Centers for Working Families program, a follow-up care program, and other wraparound services. We provide transitional housing and permanent supportive housing. And then we also work on developing affordable housing and community development to address the systemic barriers in our community to alleviating poverty.
Wow, you do so much work, and we know that it is critical to our community. So thank you for that. And let's talk about this event, because this is something you've had for 7 years now, which is quite a run. Talk about what a rent party is. What does it look like?
Sure. So this is our 7th rent party, but rent parties have been around for over 100 years. They essentially emerged as a way to address issues in the rental housing market, similar to those that many members of our community face today. So in urban areas in the United States, when redlining was slowly lifting, Black families who would be moving into higher income areas would still have some rental gaps. And so some families would throw rent parties in their home, sell tickets, hire a band, give everyone a cup, maybe serve, depending on what decade it was in, bathtub gin or something along those lines, and just have a great time. And many of the most famous blues and jazz artists were actually got their start in the rent party circuit. And so we borrowed from that tradition to try to address essentially this
That's
issue.
amazing. I had no idea that it had a historical, traditional component to it, that it's something that's been happening for decades past. Talk to us about how this year's event will be different from previous years.
Sure. So our first years for the rent party, we're in partnership with a long-standing Lighthouse supporter and past board member, Patty Lynch, who folks might know in the community. He wears a variety of hats. And one of those is that he purchased and renovated the Stanley Kresge Mansion in East Boston, Edison, Arden Park area in Detroit. And he was our host all the way until now. He recently had a new addition to his family. He and his wife, thank God, have a healthy young baby, and decided to ask us to maybe take a break from hosting this year. So we're moving it to Meadowbrook Hall for the year to see.
That is so exciting. You know, we're on limited time here, but I want you to quickly talk about the musical lineup that people have to look forward to.
Certainly. Well, our probably most popular act that performs every year, RJ Spangler and the Planet D No Net, a 9-piece big band. We also have the Satin Dolls performing. It's going to be a really great evening.
Awesome. I cannot wait to hear all about it, and I'd really like to attend myself. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing this. Once again, the Lighthouse Rent Party Sunday at Meadowbrook Hall in Rochester, cocktail hour from 5 to 6, and then the event runs from 6 to 10. And if you need more information, just go to therentparty.org. Ryan, thank you so much.